Well everybody, welcome back to another video. If you haven't guessed already, today I am down at the beautiful Porlock. So today we've got a few objectives in mind. One of them is to catch some big fish. We're after big congers, big bull huss, big anything today, even big dogfish. But no, seriously, today, big huss, big congers. I've got here at low water, got a big spring tide today. So I've arrived at low water, and my plan is now to try and catch some baits, some whiting, pouting, rockling, whatever really. So for the first hour, hour and a half, it's low water now. First hour, hour and a half, I'm going to fish one rod as a continental style, 30, 40 yards, small bait, see if we can pick something small up for bait later. And the other rod is going to be big bait out, see if we can get a big fish early on. So it's currently just before 2 o'clock. I plan to fish, high tide is around 7:30, so I plan to fish up to high, maybe half hour, hour down. Depends how hard the tide's pulling. So yes, I'm gonna get my first rig ready now. I'm gonna get the Conti rod out first. Something a little bit different. Don't usually fish this kind of fishing at Porlock. It's usually T900s, 20-pound line. But I've just got short, simple rigs. I've got a 60-pound body and a couple of 20-pound amnesia snoods, ending in some size 2s or size 4s. It's going to be targeting, I really want a rockling because I need it for my species hunts, but whiting, pouting, anything will do. So I'm just going to tie my rod and bottom onto it now. I've got some 15-pound line. It's orange, so I can see it. So all I'm going to do, I'll run you through it in a second, but I'm just going to very simply tie this on. Quick knot, blood knot. There we go, that's on there. Trim the tag end off, get it in my side tray. I'm actually going to do probably 7, 8 inches of line. Cut that off again and tie that direct to my lead. Simple buddle knot again, 4 times round, back through the loop. Oh, it's just started chucking it down. Good job I got my shower up. Cut that off there. Let me bring you guys in a bit closer, I reckon. Phone is getting soaked and so are the mics. That's better. So I'm going to have to stand behind my box now. So yes guys, this is going to be the bottom setup. So I've just got an upside down Gemini rig clip, and all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to spin this up with the lead, spin that bit of line up, and now when that goes slack, that's gonna, if I just bite this, it's going to form a nice twisty knot thingy. So I'm just going to hook that onto there. And that's how it's going to look like when I cast out. Nice and simple. And when that hits the bottom, that's going to come off. It's got tangled in my rig. That's going to be the rotten bottom system. So I'm going to fish to lose the lead because we're going to be fishing in amongst all of these big rocks and boulders. So there's no point not having a rotten bottom because you'll just lose the rig. And I'd rather lose a lead than a rig any day. So what I'm going to do is get my pair of scissors and cut that big bit of shell off. Don't need the scissors for that. So that's going to be one of my baits, just a half a frozen crab. So what I'm going to do with this, I got a needle in here, very thin one. Just going to shove that on there, doesn't need to be pretty. So that's on there nicely. Get some Baitex. Hopefully you guys can see this. Just going to start, if I can get the end, start whipping that up. Hope the camera's not moving too much because it is on my head. Get it nice and tightly whipped on because there is going to be some crabs in amongst these rocks. So once that's on there, once that's secured, I'll get one of my hooks, put crab on the bottom. There's the hook there. Hopefully you can see. Gonna shove that in there. Like that, and then get plenty of elastic over the knot and the eye and all that bit there to really lock that hook in place. It's a fat little bait this, but it's going to be okay. It'll be fine. Bit bigger bait never hurt. I do apologise if the camera angle isn't quite right on my head because I can't see. I'm just getting used to it now, so if it's not perfect, bear with me please. Hopefully you guys can see. Bit more. Snap that off there. Slide it off the needle. And there is the first bait. That's going to be on the bottom hook. Lovely bit of crab. Nice. It's now on the top hook. It's got exactly the same hook. It's almost like a chinny shape, that is. So yeah, let's put that on my trousers for a second. Now I've got a nice ragworm here. I'm not going to put all of this on because that would just be silly, so I'm going to break it in half. And now, this is what I like to do with a lot of my ragworm if I'm making little baits like this. I'll start putting it on the needle, and I'll come out halfway down like that. So you'll think, what the hell are you doing with that, Chris? Watch. So I'm going to fold that over on itself, get my elastic, and whip that together like that. So now, you've got the same length bait, but it's almost like having two rags side by side, but you've just folded this back over on itself. Hopefully you can see. Plenty on there. And now I could thread this on, but just to make sure that's secured, I'm actually going to put the hook through the worm like I did with the crab. Like that. And put the hook through and carry on whipping. There you go. All those juices pouring out of that ragworm. What rockling could resist that? I don't want to actually cut the worm in half, so I'm going to snap that off there. Slide that off. Let's get these two baits next to each other, shall we? 1 second. And there we go. There's two lovely baits to go in close. And let's see what they catch, shall we? So we've got crab on the bottom and ragworm on the top. Let's see what happens. Oh, right, here's the rig I just baited up, guys. Just going to put it on the rod now. Line is all tangled up in the cups. So, this is my continental rod I use in Spain. Just going to sort the rotten bottom out now. So what we're going to do is just spin this lead around 100 times, whatever. Just so the line loops up on itself. And to make sure that's in the middle, I just pinch this bit with my mouth, then put it slack, so like this. And now, that's just sitting there nicely. And that is my rotten bottom system. Actually, I should probably put those, should have done this beforehand. So yeah, there's rotten bottom system. When that hits the bottom, that's going to come off. Lovely. So I've got to do this again now. Spin that up. Put that knock to one side. And there we go. There it is, guys. Two lovely baits on this 2-hook flapper. I got both baits above the lead because I want to minimise tackle loss. Got the top hook in my elbow. And it's just a Tronics Pro Competition Match ST paired up with a Penn Tidal XT. I can't remember what the number is. 8,000. So I'm just going to flick this out now, not too far, 30-40 yards, so we can get ourselves some bait. I apologise if I go behind my other rod. Not going to be going far this. Just, that will do. So I'm going to get this on the stand now. Hopefully we can get ourselves either a pouting or a rockling or whatever, really. it has just started hammering it down again. Just about to bed the line in on the big rod now. The rain just stopped for about 30 seconds, so I'm going to quickly bed this line in while I can. Perfect. Right, let's wind this in and get back in the shower. And it's raining again. Oh, well guys, this is going to be my setup for the big rod. So you may have guessed already, Century Eliminator T900 SGT. And now it's actually paired up with a Daiwa Saltist 30H. I've got that loaded up with £20 Varavas Green Sport because the yellow Sport is not here. I've got an £80 clear leader, down to a clip, and the rig is a 3-foot pulley rig made up of a £100 Rovex 10X body and a £100 Rovex 10X snood. I've actually got a short 8-inch wire biting trace, I believe that's like a £90 wire or something, and ding in a Varavas standard 5.0 big mouth. Now the reason I've got a standard on there instead of a big mouth extra is because if that gets caught up in a rock, that will bend out with enough force, but a 5.0 big mouth extra will be a lot harder to bend out, and I'll probably end up losing the set of gear. On that, I've got the same rod and bottom as normal, as I just shown you on the other rod. I've got an old 7-ounce lead on there, so I don't mind losing that. Oh my God, my other rod's gonna get pulled in. Just had a wicked bite on this, oh my God. What the hell have we got on here? I apologise if I got that shot, guys. Oh my God, this rod just got pulled in. What the hell is this? That, ladies and gentlemen, is bait. Got ourselves a little pouting. Not so little, actually. This guy nearly pulled the rod in. Let's get this weed out the way and show him to you. He's a lively one. Wow. Calm down. Oh, what's he doing? Anyway, there we have a little pouting, bottom murk on the crab. That is going to be going in the cool box, and that is going to be bait later tonight. Come on. This is the setup on the big rod. Bait is a mackerel and squid wrap. We're going to send this out there in hope of a big conger or a big Huss. So anything big. So let's do it. Nice little swing out, bring it back. Nice, not too far. Come on, get rid of that backlash. Lovely. I'm going to tighten this up now, get it on the stand. We're going to deal with that pouting, get that same Conti rod back out there, see if we can get ourselves some more bait. So yes, there's a big rod out there. Let's see how long it takes for us to catch a daggy. Well guys, I've just recast the Conti rod in close. Couple of halves of crab, 30-40 yards. Let's see if we can get ourselves that rockling. Well guys, take your guesses of what the first fish is on the big rod. If you guessed a dogfish, then you're correct. First one of the day, didn't even know I had it on there, didn't give a bite. If these are about in force, it's going to be one long session. So there you go. First cast on the big rod, first doggy. Let's get this guy unhooked and dealt with now. Hopefully, there ain't too many of these about today. Well guys, just had our first proper bite of the session and a couple of bangs and it's just come slack. So let's have a look. Fish on, definitely. Probably just another dogfish. Certainly feels that way. The important thing is on the rough ground is to not stop winding. Just try and get that fish in as quick as you can. Now I'm pretty sure this is only a dogfish, but we shall see. It might be a small Huss, might be a conger, could be anything. Most likely just another dogfish, spinning like crazy. Yep. And there is dogfish number 2. Dogfish number 4, guys. Doggy number 5. I've lost count of the dogfish now, guys. I think this was number 8 or 9. Well guys, it's been dogfish a cast. Every cast. I am knackered, but we've got ourselves the target species, which is a bull Huss, just it's not quite the size that we're after. Yeah, it's this little chap is a bull Huss. First one of the day, but it's not really the size we're after, as you can see. Lovely little fellow. Didn't even know he was on there, to be fair. Just thought it was another dogfish. But I've moved up to the top of the bank now. We are approaching high water. I think we're around an hour and a half off. I'm gonna start putting some of that pouting out now, see if we can get something a little bit bigger than this. Oh, right guys, here's the first pelting bait ready to go out. So without further ado, let's do it. That drops a little bit long. Can shorten that. Right. Let's smash this one out there. Ooh, that's gone. That is gone, gone, gone. Lovely, we'll have a bit of that. Right, the dogfish seem to have dried up a bit. So that's a very good sign. Hopefully, it can give something a bit bigger, a bit more time to find my baits, hopefully. So, let's see what we can catch. I mean, that's heavy.
Language.
It probably says a dogfish, or it's 2 of them on one hook. That is not a dogfish, no way. Jesus Christ, that's heavy. This is something big. It's gotta be. That is so heavy. Biggest fish of the night? Not big enough. Something small. Slightly bigger Huss. Yeah. A slightly better one. Well guys, there you go. Second Huss of the night. We're getting bigger. We're not quite there yet, but we are definitely getting bigger. This one's probably £1.5 pound maybe. Slightly bigger than a dogfish. Very beautiful nonetheless. We will take it. Hopefully, we can keep going in this direction and we can get one about 10 times the size of this. Well, another Huss, slightly bigger again. That's probably a couple of pound this one. Nailed on the half a mackerel. Lovely. I'll take that any day. Well guys, there you go. Third Huss of the night, the biggest one so far. Lovely. Not that absolute monster we're after, but a fish around £3.5 pound, £4 maybe if we're lucky. I'll take that any day. So yes, there's no shortage of Huss here. It's just a case of trying to find that better one. But these are the most gorgeous fish you'll ever... They're just beautiful, aren't they? With the light on them, they just look absolutely amazing. I'd catch these all day, every day if I could. But yes, we are half an hour after high tide now. So I'm going to put some more big baits out there. Hopefully, we can keep going in this direction. We can get one even bigger than this. So yes, guys, I'm going to get a couple of pictures now. I'll get him straight back. Whoa, I am tired. My back is in pieces, my arms are in pieces. Cranking in fish over the rough ground for 6 hours, it really takes out of you. So we had loads of fish in the end. We had a few different species. We had doggies, congers, bull Huss and pouting. So yeah, it's a good few hours. Biggest Huss was probably 3-4 pound maybe, 3.5, something like that. But we didn't really get the big Huss we were after, but I'll take 3 little Huss any day. It's the most Huss I've ever had in one session. So that's nice. And we had a plague of dogfish. I stopped counting when I got to about 15. It's probably had about 20 dogs. I didn't get them all on camera because I know how everybody thinks about doggies. We had 2 congers. One of them was 3-4 pound. One of them was 12.5. The filming wasn't great in the dark. I do apologise, but we tried the best we could. I'm really gonna have to invest in some sort of floodlights. So hopefully, if I film in the dark again, it's not too bad. But we caught some fish. That was the main objective of today. Didn't get through as much bait. Those fresh pouting paid off. That fresh pouting paid off. I had the biggest conger on that, biggest Huss on that as well, I think. So yeah, well worth keeping that for bait. Anyway, it's currently 8:30. Tide's been going down for an hour. And yeah, I'm calling it now. All the reels have been taken off the rods. I've just got to pack these up now and get on home. So thank you to Real Fun for the bait. Cracking as always. Plenty of frozen, plenty of fresh in there if you're stopping by. So yes guys, I'm going to pack this gear away now. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. So yes guys, I'll be back out ASAP to try and get another video done. But that's going to be it for now. So for now guys, I'll see you next time. Cheers.